Welcome back to ARC PDX. In today's Dollars and Cents, we are putting a spotlight on scams. According to the Oregon Department of Consumer and Business Services, consumers reported losing $12.5 billion to fraud last year. That's up 25% from 2023. So joining us this morning is Stephanie Ziegler with Selco Community Credit Union. Stephanie, thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Okay, so let's start with, what are some of the most common scams that you're seeing right now in our community?
I think the number one thing that people all over our state are experiencing are these fraudulent text message scams that are coming through. I'm sure people have received text messages that say they're from UPS or they're from, maybe their financial institution, that something has happened to a package for a transaction and they need to click a link. And that's going to lead them to a site where they can resolve the issue. But usually that link is going to a fake website that's looking to harvest your information or take your credentials so that they can use it to commit fraud on the back end.
And a lot of people I know are probably thinking like, oh, well, I'm smart. I'm going to be careful. Like, why do the scams like this work even on smart, cautious people?
Fraudsters are really looking to play on the emotions of the people that they're targeting. So they'll do that by either trying to establish an emotional connection, whether because they're tugging at your heartstrings with the latest scam or natural disaster, or because they're trying to forge a relationship. They also really want to make you feel like there's a heightened sense of urgency, that you need to respond to this right now, and the faster they can get you to respond, the better they're going to be at stopping you from thinking through the situation and seeing if it really does make sense.
I know that's one of the really important red flags that people should watch out for, like anything that's urgent, do this now, no time to waste. What are some other red flags that we should be watching out for if we're unsure if a message is real or fake?
A lot of what we see is people being asked to take steps that don't make sense for the situation. So if you're told that you've missed jury duty and you need to pay a fine, it doesn't make sense to need to pay that fine via Bitcoin, right? If somebody wants you to go to an offsite location to make a payment that isn't through the organization, then that's your big red flag that you need to stop and maybe contact that organization directly and see if the communication is legitimate.
Is there a way that people can protect themselves online, especially like when you're shopping or you're using mobile banking?
Oh, absolutely. Use sites that you trust. Make sure that websites you're using are secure. When you're looking at that website address in your browser, make sure that it's a secure site. Don't click on links that you weren't expecting to receive, either from individuals or businesses.
Okay, that's some great advice. And then, okay, let's say you mess up and you fell for a scam and you gave somebody your personal information. What should you do right away?
The number one thing you're going to want to do is tell your financial institution. This happens all the time, and fraudsters can really hope that you're going to be embarrassed by the situation or that you're going to feel like you can't tell anyone because you're going to get in trouble. But the sooner your financial institution knows, the sooner we can help you to protect your accounts and protect your funds. So that's going to be your number one thing, is let your financial institution know.
Okay, that's a good idea. And then going forward, are there like tools or alerts that people can sign up for to stay safe?
Absolutely. Your financial institution should have some sort of like fraud alerts that you can register for different types of transactions or activity on your accounts. They're also going to probably offer a lot of good tools on financial literacy, how to stay safe. And then there are tools also online at the national level. IC3.gov is a great website that talks about scams and how to keep yourself safe.
All right, Stephanie Ziegler with Selco Community Credit Union. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This is really important information to get out to people.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Of course.